Hi guys, it's Mrs. Olson here, ready to teach you lesson 78 in your CMC math. Today we're going to be going over the pre-teach lesson. So the first part, we are talking about facts. We have some plus facts, we have some minus facts. Again, hopefully you guys are doing those flashcards online so that you are getting a little quicker with your math facts. So what we're going to do with these is just quickly read them and go over the answers. So let's start off with this one. 10 plus 6 equals 16. 9 minus 6 equals 3. 12 minus 6 equals 6. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 11 minus 6 equals 5. 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus 4 equals 6. And 5 plus 6 equals 11. And the turnaround fact, 6 plus 5 also equals 11. Okay, we compared lines in our last lesson, and we're doing the same thing here today. So I have a line that says 5 inches, and this one is 7 inches. I want to know how much longer is this bottom line. So remember, when I say how much longer, we're looking for the difference. It's comparing. That means it's a minus problem. So I'm going to take the bigger number and minus the smaller number. So my minus problem is 7 minus 5 equals 2. So this line is 2 inches longer than the top line. Okay, there's our minus problem. They solved it. Okay, here's another example. Here's my top line. How many inches is it? 10 inches. What about the bottom line? 2 inches, okay? I want to know how much shorter this bottom line is than this top line. So again, I'm going to do a minus problem. The bigger number comes first. 10 minus 2 equals, and hopefully you came up with 8. So this bottom line is 8 inches shorter than the top line. Okay, one more example. Here's 3 inches and 8 inches. How much longer is the bottom line? So again, I'm going to do a minus problem. 8 minus 3 equals 5. So this one is 5 inches longer than the top line. Okay, we practice addition with carrying. Always starting in the ones place. We do our ones fact first. 5 plus 6 equals 11. And we can't write 2 digits in the one spot. So the 1 stays there. And then we carry the other 1. And then we would add the tens column. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is what you're going to see on your worksheet. I'm going to do 2 plus 8 equals 10. The 0 stays in the ones place. The 1 gets bumped on over, and then we would add up the tens column. Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12. They left the 2 in the ones place, carried the 1, and then you would add the tens column. Okay, we've also been talking about shapes, okay? And the shapes listed there, I see a hexagon, and I see rectangle, and I see the word triangle. So read these with me. Hexagon, rectangle, and triangle. Okay? Let's see. I'm going to go back to that. When we've been labeling shapes, we've been labeling them A, B, C, D, and so on. What's going to be coming next is they're going to actually have you use the first letter of the name of the shape. And so that would be H for hexagon, R for rectangle, and T for triangle. And I wish I had an example of that, but it just hasn't come up on the CMC lesson yet. But just know it going forward, that's why we want to know and recognize and be able to read these names so that when we're labeling it, we know what the first letter of the shape is. So H for hexagon, R for rectangle, and T for triangle. Okay, we've been adding dollars and cents. Remember, it's very careful. You have to be very careful about lining up your numbers carefully and your decimal points correctly so that when you move your decimal point down, it's in the right spot. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on adding this because we did this in the previous lesson, 77, but I'm just going to show you some examples. Again, that decimal point comes straight down. Got to remember to write your dollar sign. One more example. Oops, two more examples of that. Okay, there's going to be some word problems in lesson 78 that when we do the lesson together, we'll read to you. But the important thing to know is when you're writing down the numbers and the symbols that they go in the right spots. Here they're showing you the ones place. Here they're showing you the tens place. They're lined up nice and neatly so you can easily see that the ones column is 4 plus 3, and the tens column is 6 plus 2. And I want the kids to be writing that plus kind of way out on the side, because sometimes we're going to have numbers in this hundreds column. So that's an example of something that you're going to see on your worksheet. Again, even when it's a minus problem, very carefully we're lining up the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Okay, so these are just some examples of when I'm reading these word problems to you, this is what it should look like on your worksheet when you're writing. That is all we have for our pre-teach for lesson 78, and I hope you guys have a great day.